This is the World Industrial News for Wednesday, April 22nd. Brought to you by Industrial Info Resources of Sugar Land, Texas. The U.S. leads the world in liquefied natural gas exports, with domestic developers hitting a record-high total volume for offtake agreements in 2025. One of the most widely anticipated developments in the global field is the Port Arthur LNG complex, a joint venture between Sempra Infrastructure and ConocoPhillips on the Texas Gulf Coast. According to Industrial Info Resources data, more than $26 billion is to be invested in various phases of Port Arthur LNG through 2031. According to Industrial Info, there is more than $2.4 billion in current construction activity at U.S. shipyards, with another $10.7 billion worth of shipbuilding planned to kick off in the future. Of the on-the-ground projects, the bulk of activity is occurring in the U.S. Gulf Coast region. A number of projects are driven by the defense sector, represented by substantial activity in Alabama. Canada waived a 3% tariff for South Korean imports of its crude oil. Prime Minister Mark Carney says the historical economic relationship with the United States is now a weakness. A major fire at one of only 2 Australian refineries will not result in fuel rationing, according to the country's Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. The comments were made after an unprecedented fire broke out in recent days at Vivo Energy's Corio refinery in Geelong. Fire crews and emergency services were dispatched to the 120,000-barrel-per-day refinery southwest of Melbourne after reports of explosions and flames. The fire burned for 13 hours. The refinery produces 50% of the state of Victoria's fuel and 10% of the nation's, and shortages of petrol are expected. Algeria is rapidly advancing its renewable energy agenda, targeting 15,000 megawatts of solar power capacity by 2035 to reduce dependence on natural gas and address rising electricity demand. This strategic push reflects the country's commitment to diversifying its energy mix while strengthening long-term energy security. For details on these and other breaking news, read the full stories at industrialinfo.com. I'm Christine Ramos, reporting for Industrial Info News.